When I grew up, there was only one dried red chili. It was Chile Colorado, and it came from the Anaheim chilies that we grew on the ranch. And my mother used to take this chili and make the most wonderful things with it. There were cactus petals and the most fabulous enchiladas. And every time that she would come to see me in New York, the first thing I said, "Ay, mami, hazme tu salsa de Chile Colorado. Come on, Mom, make me your red chili sauce." But then I started traveling around Mexico, and I discovered a whole other world of chilies. You know, the morita is a close second. It's smoky and wonderful and just makes a wonderful paste. Chile guajillo, when it's fresh, it's called chilaca. It can be really, really hot, or it can be very mild, but it's got a harsher taste. Then, of course, the chile de árbol, which you normally would not puree to make a thick sauce. You know, this is more like for a condiment sauce. But we're going to work with anchos that you can find anywhere. They're not too spicy, they're meaty, so they're very good for a marinade. And that's what we're going to make today, a marinade, an adobo that you can use to make barbacoa and many other dishes. The first step is that I wash them. And then cook them very slightly until the aroma is released and they change color a little bit. It is extremely important for you not to burn the chilies, because if you burn the chili at all, it will turn the entire dish bitter. So that the most important thing about working with dried chilies is to make sure that they do not burn. Once they're all nicely softened, you can then very easily take out the seeds. So that's the way you would do it. But I already have some nicely soaked here. They soak about 20 minutes, and we're going to proceed to make our adobo. Now we're going to put it all in the blender. First I'm going to put in the soaked red chilies. So then I'm going to put in 2 garlic cloves, some Mexican oregano, and then some chicken stock. That's a trick that I learned from a cook in Veracruz. Then I'm going to puree them. So now we're going to perfume the lard. Adobo should really be made with lard, but you can use olive oil if you must. We perfume it with 1 garlic clove just to get the flavor. And you can take that out. And then you're going to put in a little bit of flour to give it a nice nutty flavor. One of my comadres at the ranch told me, "You just cook the flour until it's the color of a cockroach." Believe me, I always get it right. So just make a nice little roux here. And then all you have to do now is just put in your puree. Be careful because it splatters. And we're going to let it cook about 5 or 10 minutes until it loses its raw flavor. And you're all set. You can use it as is, as a marinade. You can add chicken stock or water and make it into a sauce. So it's a multi-purpose adobo.